Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode on Spliff Talk. So after, it was a little tilted. After watching these videos about these women, the ones who are dumbed down by feminism and the ones who, in my opinion, have been enlightened by feminism, I felt like I needed to educate myself on a couple things before I really opinionate myself on anything. This channel I like watching, MTR, mediocre tutorials and reviews. I really love this dude. I like his opinions about, views on masculinity. And I saw this video, Simps getting called out in public, must watch. And to be honest, I don't really know what a simp is. I don't know if I'm a simp or if I was a simp or not a simp anymore. Don't really know. My idea of a simp so far from watching Kevin Samuel videos and other videos is someone who caters to women too much. Goes above and beyond unnecessarily without even knowing the girl. That is what my idea of a simp is from what I understand, right? And a high value man is someone who makes a girl who makes a girl earn it, basically, or has some kind of fairness. Whereas simps, they're just spending money and buying these girls' hearts instead of winning their hearts. I don't know. But today we're gonna check it out with MTR. I'm rolling my spliff right now, so you're probably gonna see me roll while I'm watching this video. So let's watch it.
This guy has been sending me Goodnight Queen every single night since May. Every single night. Goodnight Queen, Goodnight Queen. I'm really attached to it now. Sometimes if I don't get a Goodnight Queen, it hurts my feelings.
The reason why I don't care about a woman's past, a woman can say she had 25, 35 sexual partners. I don't care about all that. They don't intimidate me because I always say the version of her that I'm gonna get, no man has ever had.
You have a girlfriend, wife?
Ex-girlfriend now.
You guys were living together when COVID happened?
We still are. I can't really afford to move out on my own right now.
And her? What's her excuse?
Dating my roommate now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We were together for 10 years.
What?
Alright guys, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Listen up and pay attention. This is one of those videos that might save your life. Go into the kitchen, go get a piece of paper and a pen and get ready to jot some notes down. Now, one of the major issues of this female-dominated media system and engine, which has corroded your young minds, both from a male and a young female perspective, is that it has taught women to be entitled and it has taught men to be simps. Okay? So, as we go off in life, we have to shed the bullshit that has been fed to us. Now, the compilation system of clips that I have for you here today will help you relearn or learn for the first time, if you're a newer member of this channel, the ways and how to conduct yourself to remain in your frame and your masculinity. Simping is never pimping. Without further
Simping is never pimping.
So I'm leaving in 12 hours, but here's the thing.
Took
I
this
was with a
girl
green
all to
passport,
Paris
cold weather
just to
clothes,
ask her
and
to
that's
be
all I know.
What?
Everyone at the airport helped keep it a secret. First stop, Detroit. Still no clue where we are going. Paris. Is this real life? Date night in Paris. Well, look at this view. The surprises just kept coming.
What the hell?
Leave Paris, my girlfriend.
I would never do that.
Duh.
You don't even know
More
her.
surprises. Next stop, Amsterdam. This was the most amazing trip. Grateful isn't even the word.
Pay attention. As soon as you think that a woman's attraction and or companionship is worth so much for something as simple as a relationship, you have already put yourself on the losing end. Hypergamy is one thing, but overvaluing something as such low commitment as being a girlfriend is what perpetuates the simp narrative. It's also what drives female expectations so damn high. It's almost as if, well, where do you go from here if this is the place that you're starting from? The other issue here is that this behavior will confuse modern women today as if this is high value man behavior, and will expect the same from other men that are of high value or of average men as well. Outside of perpetuating this idea of a Disney fantasy and fairy tale is the correct way to get within a woman's heart, guys, you must understand this. I know we value aesthetics, but there's no information here that shows us that she is deserving of such behavior, but that he's doing nothing else than putting her on the pedestal. The number one way that you can be able to tell if a girl really rides for you, a woman really rides for you, is the time investment that she's placing within your life. And I'm not talking about when times are good, I'm talking about when times are bad. So for example, if he gets sick, will she be by his side? If he loses his income, will she still be by his side? But our super simp friend here doesn't understand those dynamics and components, so instead he chooses to place onto pedestal for simple aesthetic reasons. Because notice in this clip, I was all about me, but it was nothing in terms of what she has done to earn this honor, or even as his new girlfriend, what she is doing for him now. But see, we're not used to that narrative of a woman doing something for a man, but the vice versa is what Disney has exposed us to.
I have proof that if he wanted to, he would. I don't even know this guy. This guy has been sending me Goodnight Queen every single night since May. Every single night. Goodnight Queen, Goodnight Queen. I'm really attached to it now. Sometimes if I don't get a Goodnight Queen, it like hurts my feelings. Sometimes I say goodnight back. Sometimes. Goodnight Queen, Goodnight Queen. But this has lasted longer than some of my relationships. I feel like everyone deserves to be told Goodnight Queen every single night for the rest of their life. And I love this. We're almost at 200.
When you...
Before he says anything, I just want to admit, if this is simping, then I used to be a simp, because I don't know, like, I didn't get taught stuff. I had to learn everything on my own. So it was like, I thought it was cute or romantic to text somebody good morning or good night every day. I do admit that it's blown up in my face, because when you don't or forget, like, girls trip and be like, yo, why the fuck you didn't text me good morning or good night? Are you mad or some shit, you know? Like, so I kind of like toned it down over the years, but in my last relationship, I did it even when we were together. You know, we were together for 3 years, so I don't know if that's really simping, but I knew I was a simp before that, especially if this is simping. I don't know.
You don't value your time, neither will women. Clips like this highlight the overabundance of attention that modern women today receive on tools such as social media, thus rendering the attention of most men obsolete. But here's the kicker though, is that many of these women confuse attention for intention, and because of which they have hyper inflated egos and think that, well, if I got all of these in my DM right now, I can pick and choose whenever I can get married, so I will continue to ride this carousel into perpetuity. So while in their early 20s, maybe even mid 20s, maybe even late 20s, this attention is vast, many modern women, because of the simp attention, will fail to reach their goal because they hit what is undefeated, the almighty wall. But meanwhile, failing to consider that of all of this attention and lack of intention, how many of these men that are simping of you, you would actually want anyway. Please remember this, gents, is that she's posting this and poking fun at this for a variety of reasons, but a lot of this type of contact is not void without sexual contact. Modern women today have more sexual partners than modern men, and this creates a corrupt social imprint on many of their psyches. Have y'all ever asked yourselves why so many women have so long a list of requirements, even outside of evolutionary reasons of finding the highest suitor or the highest bidder. Each trait can represent a characteristic that they have picked up or was imprinted into them from a previous contact. But I guarantee you the women that fall victim to this vicious cycle will be the same women that look back and ask, where did all the good men go?
Every single night since May. Every single night. Good night, queen. I'm really attached to it now. Sometimes if I don't get a good night, queen, it like hurts my feelings. Sometimes I say good night back. Sometimes. Good night, queen. But this has lasted longer than some of my relationships. I feel like everyone deserves to be told good night, queen, every single night.
You have a girlfriend, wife?
Ex-girlfriend now.
You guys were living together when COVID happened?
We still are.
When did you get break up?
3 months ago.
And why we still living in the same place?
Lease agreements. I can't really afford to move out on my own right now.
And her? That's her excuse?
Dating my roommate now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We were together for 10 years.
How are you?
Honestly, not that okay. It's really that she wants to get back together, but she's pregnant now.
With his? And what do you think?
I don't know.
Because your brain says one thing and your emotions say another.
Obviously, I want to get back together with her, but now that she's pregnant.
I feel so bad for young men like this, but his simpish behaviors and activities is absolutely a learning lesson for us. Do not move in with your girlfriends. No cohabitation. The issue with the simp white knight culture of these weak men today is that they think moving in with a girl and or a lover is going to be a forever date night. This is what rom-coms, romance and movies and Disney has taught us. And let's just say for shits and giggles that it wasn't for romance, but then let's say it was some financial need and or reason. Absolutely never move in under those circumstances, probably even more so than from a romance perspective, because I don't think that move-in-ish works at all unless there is a captain of the ship. If you're at the point where you have to share financial responsibilities with a young woman, then your priorities are not in line. You need to work on yourself, your purpose, developing a high income skill first before you consider any of that romance bullshit. Gentlemen, listen to me. Do not look for relationships until you are financially stable, until your financial foundation is such that you can take care of all of your expenses without the need of someone else. Relationships are time consuming as well as demanding. And the last thing that you want to do is be tied to...
Damn, I was a simp. Fuck. I was a simp. Shit. That happened to me. What happened to him? I was dating a girl. It's very complicated. I complicated it. And there was a point in time when she was living with me. And then my roommate / friend, ex-best friend, was living with me. And they started dating. Because we moved on even though we were living together. I had a new girlfriend. But I was helping her out because it was a good reason why I was helping her out. I'll get into it some other time. But whatever. They started dating just because I had my new girlfriend. And I had to tolerate that shit for 6 months before I got like, nah, get the fuck out. But yeah, damn, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Because you're being unintentionally cuckolded by this insurgent, and it's absolutely unacceptable for any man to live by.
Say there's a woman in a room with 10 men, and all 10 men are telling her how beautiful she is and how amazing she is, and they're lighting her cigarette and buying her drinks and just treating her like gold. Then all of a sudden, in walks the 11th man. He takes one look at her and says, "Hey, how you doing?" Turns his back on her and starts talking to his boys. That's the guy she wants to be with, the 11th man. Not any of the 10 men who were treating her well all night, but the one guy who couldn't care less. For some reason, women don't want nice. They don't want real. They don't want to be treated well. I mean, not at first, and sometimes not ever. And I think that's crazy. And I refuse to play that game, or, get a girl by pretending that I don't like her. I want to be with a woman who's real, who digs it when I'm nice to her, who doesn't see that as weakness, or take me for granted when I tell her that I think she's more amazing than anything else in the entire world. But fortunately, most women aren't like that.
I feel you.
Say they are, and deep down
I
inside,
feel you.
they want to be.
I'm like that.
But as beautiful, as romantic as that may sound, I think 100 years ago, you might have a point, my young scholar. But thanks to the Hollywood fixation, the myth of infatuation disguised as love, and consumerism disguised as romance, many people have this Disney fantasy stuck in their head as their ideal love scenario. You guys gotta understand that this idea of love is concocted within our media, and it is sold separately to this idea and institution of marriage. So although this poor sap is demonstrating the typical ideologies of many married men today, you could take a look at the divorce rate and say to yourself, huh, that's funny. That don't look like it's working out too well for y'all. You guys must understand this. How you're supposed to conduct yourself as a man in society is created by the consumerism that appeals to women. There's so many false narratives out there about how you should act. And when they try to contain you or put you in a box, they call that toxic masculinity. Bad boy appeal has the typical stereotypes of not following the tradition or the norms of society. But this is a form of dominance and self-agency, which at its core is the pinnacle of masculinity. And we all know that women like to date up on the dominance hierarchy, thus the bad boy is seen as more appealing. So as a modern man and understanding that, take what you want with that information, do what you want with it, but do understand that where it comes from.
Even after she said no to my marriage proposal. Yep, I'm a sucker.
Open them.
After 2 weeks of telling her, I ordered her a small gift off of Amazon. Watch how she reacts.
That's my car. That's my car?
Yep.
She goes straight to the car. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot buy a woman's attraction or affection. Attraction happens at a primal level, and unless you want to be taken advantage of as a beta male provider, I suggest you not use gifts to increase attraction. It don't matter if it's roses, Ruth Crisp, or up to a car. He is convinced in his simp mind that this is what's going to earn her love. These are the same men that end up in debt because of this lifestyle. And these are the ones that end up being divorce great because they chose to risk it all without getting a prenup.
Damn, MTR, you got me. You got me, bro. That's exactly why I'm in debt. Fuck.
She took the key and just walked away. If you didn't get a sinking pit in your stomach by the way that she reacted toward that, a young woman that actually appreciates with what you're doing would have went up to you first, bumped the car because they appreciate you over the material good.
The reason why I don't care about a woman's past, a woman can say she had 25, 35 sexual partners. I don't care about all that. They don't intimidate me because I always say the version of her that I'm gonna get, no man has ever had. Because I know how to cultivate that woman. Oh, boy, you preaching. I know how to provide something in your life that no man has ever been able to provide. True. I know how to extract and cultivate something out of you that no man has ever been. No man has been able to cultivate out of you.
You know what's crazy about clips like this is that no matter how much we have evidence and data that proves the exact opposite of what he's saying, we still get simp-like men that still perpetuate the information of the old guard. I bet you Devon Franklin said the exact same thing before he got married. But this sexual revolution and the idea that young women can have sex irrespective of their natural biology to care is way less true for them than it is for men. When a woman believes in the Amber Rose and chooses to sex walk or allows multiple men to imprint her because she's loose, it should not only let you know that her ability to make decisions within herself, which will trickle on to decisions that she'll make with you, which may trickle on to decisions that she will make with your offspring, will be considered with the same intention as she chooses within her own body. Dear men, I think it's time to talk about intelligently about this boundaryless society as what it refers to with body count. I think it's time to set a standard and to take charge and to make sure that women understand what masculine men want, not these foo-foo entitled simps that are out here lying to them. And although there's women that's going to get angry at the things that I'm saying, keep on getting angry, mama, because you're getting angry with the truth. Continue to watch all this other content which panders to you, which makes you feel good, but continues the cycle of broken.
What's up?
Oh, girl, what you been up to? I ain't been up to nothing.
You seen Lil Darius?
Yeah, what you mean, why?
Where he at?
He at home.
I've been calling him all day, he ain't been answering the phone, man.
Yeah, he at home chilling, he playing the game.
Hey, don't tell him I told you though, you hear me?
What?
Nah, you gonna tell him, man.
Tell what? What?
But I'm about to tell you, like, it's between me, only me and you can know this.
What you do?
Bro, don't tell him, bro.
What do you do?
Dirty Mac.
He been, you remember the other night? Remember the other night he ain't come home and he said he was with me? Remember he said he was on my couch?
Yeah.
He wasn't on my couch. He went with that girl Destiny with the great Ultima. That's what he was with. I swear to God.
Oh, so he was with her.
Oh God, he been talking about her every day, talking about how he gonna leave her and how you just decide, you just got the spot, and when she get the spot, he gonna leave. Yeah, bro.
What?
Bro. That nigga. Nah, you see what I'm saying?
That's the shit I'm talking about.
No, I ain't even supposed to be telling you that. I'm trying to keep. I really, like, he shouldn't be treating you like this though. Like, and I be telling him, like, you shouldn't be treating her like that. That's a good woman. Like, I really like you though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you shouldn't be letting them you like that.
And I'm not, and that's why he finna get dumped. That's why I'm done.
Yeah, but don't tell him I said
What
though.
You a snitch.
Don't be lying.
I got you.
Hey, you can get your number.
This one is particularly touchy to me because I had a couple of dirty macking acquaintances in my perimeter throughout my life. See, a lot of content on this section of the internet will get you to look at female nature and not look at male nature. For what reason? I don't know. I talk about it all the time though. But here's what I proclaim. The bad behavior that we see so often in modern women today is such that because it is enabled by gentlemen like him. These are the same men that will set you up to get robbed. They will lie. They will cheat you out your money. They will steal. And they'll try their damnness to screw your woman behind your back. And will still come up to you and dap you at the barbecue like shit ain't wrong. If we're gonna address the female nature, you guys gotta also be very cognizant of the bad male nature, the simps and the suckers on this world that want nothing but to destroy you for what you have achieved. These are the type of men that I think about when I look at the comment section of IG thoughts and I see nothing but squirts and heart emojis and shit like that. These are the non-masculine men of society. They have no morals, they have no virtues, they're waste of space. They flounder because they suck. They don't understand the concept of my brother's keeper. They don't understand the concept of we lift as we climb. They don't understand the concepts of financial education and the importance of your time because they are time wasters. They're poor representations of brotherhood. They're poor representations of manhood. And honestly, their behavior is indistinguishable from immature female behavior. Treat these young men like an allergy. Remove them from your life and run for the hills. That goes for both men and women. Next.
What I'm talking about, bro. My fuck, bro. Why is he making his fuck pump the gas while his bum ass sitting on the club, bro? That shit, this is a bro. Like, that's annoying as fuck. Hop on his ass. Babe, hold this. Please don't stop recording. I'm finna hop on his ass. Bro, what you want? Bro, why you got me pumping the gas, bro?
Oh, she don't care.
Bro, we weren't raised like that, bro. My mama wasn't raised. Bro, the G wasn't raised like that, bro. You don't bust like none of our women touch the gas pump. I don't give a. You ain't gonna pump the gas.
Baby, you can? Do you care?
Man, you stop pumping this. We weren't raised like that. My mama wasn't raised like that. Got my nigga. Bro, you got her really pumping gas, fam? It's a woman, bro. You act like a. You always trying to do extra. Babe, do you care? It's crazy, bro. I'll take your money, bro. I'm finna leave your ass up here. You what you mean? You gonna take your car? You're finna leave? You're not finna leave me up here. On the G, I'm finna leave. What you gonna do? You finna beat my ass? Yeah, thought so. Oh, bum ass out here.
Damn, you really finna leave him, bro?
There's so many things that are wrong with this particular situation, but let's try to pick them apart piece by piece and one by one. What I'm seeing here is the problem of being raised in a predominantly matriarchy, one of which that emotional control is not valued. Emotional escalation is the norm within this community. That's why you have so many drive-bys, shootouts, and outbursts like this that's driven by non-emotional control. My leader at my last organization said that when you are trying to lead people, you congratulate publicly, but you correct privately. This is a conversation that should have not been held in front of the young woman. If you really want to speak to your brother and have good intentions regarding that, pull him to the side and have a conversation. Don't sit there and try to emasculate him or embarrass him, not even just for the gram, but in front of his girl. It's such a sad state of black masculinity to see it like this, because it's not characterized by focused thought. It's not characterized by diplomacy. It's not characterized by problem solving, by conflict and issue resolution. It's not characterized by that shit. It's characterized by puffing up your chest and letting your ego ride, irrespective of the logic of the particular situation. Please, men, and especially my black brothers,
MTR, right?
do not get sucked into this kind of emotionalism. It's unbecoming.
Right.
Stay on code. Learn to de-escalate these situations and solve these problems without screaming like hooligans at the gas station. Last but not least, it sounded as if the young lady didn't have a problem with what he was doing. So it makes me think, is the other brother really upset at the gas, or is he jealous because of his situation? Keep your eyes and your ears open out into these streets. And sometimes the blood got to get cut just like the water. Alright, guys, I had to get active on y'all real quick. That's the end of the video. Listen, there was a...
He right. He makes a lot of good points. A lot of good points. Damn, I was a simp. I was simping out here. No wonder I was miserable. Then again, it's what happens when you got a simp stepdaddy. My stepdaddy's a simp. Really bad one too. Don't like him at all. But simping. Wow. This makes me rethink a lot of shit in my life. A lot of shit. When I make my Patreon, you'll be the first to know when I start putting vlogs up there about things that I've gone through. Because I got some crazy stories. Now that I know I was a simp, damn, I got some crazy stories. Gonna have to self-reflect. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. What's your opinion? Are you a simp? Do you not want to be a simp no more? Are you okay with being a simp? How about girls? Do you like simps? I don't know. Like, I agree with MTR. I ain't gonna be simping no more. Simping ain't pimping. I like what he said. But let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you. Love you. Peace out.